Hey y'all, spiritual whistleblower here with another video. Don't mind me, I look a little drained because I have been running. I've been in the doctor's office all morning. Me and my daughter actually, she had an appointment too, but being that it is December, the last month of the year, I'm trying to get everything knocked out health wise. I wanted all my tests and screenings done and behind me going into the new year. So I was wrapping up the last of my visits. I have maybe three more in the next 2 weeks, and then we're done with that. So if I look a little drained, I am. I'm tired. I've been ripping and running since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm beat. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Happy holidays. Okay, guys, it's December. And I hope you're having a peaceful holiday. No reconnecting with toxic people, toxic family, toxic exes. Okay. Um, I try to talk about, I'm catching up on doing my videos. I'm probably this weekend going to post back to back. Like, I want to do videos. I want to do all my videos at once, record them at once, and then upload them back to back to back to back. So, y'all, I want to flood y'all. In other words, I want to flood y'all with videos. I'm going to upload them all at once. And I think the weekend would be the best time. But this topic specifically, I don't think too many YouTubers talk about this in general. It's a very touchy subject. I think people are scared to speak what's on their minds when it comes to this. And when I speak on it, I mean the death of a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic grandparent, how it affects you, things that they say to guilt trip you and they use their potential death. I'm going to talk about that in this video, and I'm going to tell you how I would deal with it with my family. And it's okay. You don't have to feel the way that I do. You could feel differently, but I'll tell you like this. If you're in my footsteps and you have put in several years of no contact with your family, you are at peace, you are happy. And I mean, it's been several years, y'all. I'm not talking about you just cut them off within the last year or two. I mean, years. I'm looking at 15, 20 years. No contact with my family. Very strict. Ain't no communicating on social media. Ain't no communicating text, email. I don't play. My parents, to me at this point, it's like they don't even fucking exist. Call me cold-hearted, I don't care. There was a time where I was the most caring and compassionate out of my siblings. I was the big people pleaser, the caretaker, the big dummy. I was the nurse of the family, my immediate family. I don't think either of my parents respected me, because it was always a situation where they treated me like a child. I was never ever respected as an adult. I was looked down on as, I'm the maid, I'm the slave, I'm the maid, I'm the nurse, I'm the caretaker, etc., etc. I have one job, and that's to shut up and let everybody treat me with disrespect. Let everybody talk down to me, talk about how fat I am, how I can't keep a man. That's my position in the family. I am the fucking scapegoat. And I dare any of them to lie, because they know I would cuss them the fuck out. The truth is the truth. That's how I've always been fucking treated in my family. That's how my mother has trained my sister to treat me. My mother has always placed my sister up on a pedestal, treated her better, praised her, and then told everybody I was jealous. Well, you toxic fucking bitch. When you compare your children against each other and put them in a position where they have to compete against each other and make one feel insecure, what do you fucking expect? And then when your children don't come around on the holidays because they dislike each other, you're to fucking blame for pitting them against each other. My father did it, and my mother. My grandmother. I have one living grandparent left. That is my Nana, my father's mother. She definitely did it with her children and she did it with her grandchildren. She'll treat this grandchild better than this grandchild. She'll buy this one something or give this one more money or and not do for this one. The last time my Nana did something for me, monetary or gift wise, she was basically testing me. I knew it was a test. The gift was not from the heart. And because my Nana and my mother are both narcissists, they're both very malignant narcissists. Narcissists like to do this thing called financial abuse, where they use money and gifts to control their children and grandchildren. So if they're spoiling you with money and gifts or whatever, and down the line, you disagree or you do something they don't like, or you don't allow them to control you or stay in your business, they can throw in your face, well, give me back my gifts I bought you. Oh, you acting funny now? Don't forget that I took care of you. They're going to throw everything they did for you back in your face. That's because those gifts and money it never came from the heart. It was always about to manipulate and control. So my Nana, the last time she gave me something was, I want to say over 12 years ago. She mailed me, because she has my mailing address too. She mailed my daughter a birthday card and she put $5 in it. And that was, what are we going to do with $5? I'm a single mother. I never asked you for nothing. And I know for a fact she's done more for her other grandchildren. She's messy like that. And then she knows the other grandchildren that she does more for is going to brag and say, Nana did this for me. Nana helped me with this. She's a messy bitch. And that's why she's suffering now. She did it with her sons too. She bought this one more than that one. Made my Uncle Dion rest in peace, bought him a hot red sports car. And my daddy's walking up and down the street. She played her children against each other. And that's why all three men are miserable. And their lives didn't turn out. I'm not going to get into it. I made this video though. I want to talk about death of a narcissistic parent, narcissistic grandparent. Because when I start talking about my mother and her bully tactics, the mistreatment of me, how she has groomed me and trained me to be the fucking doormat and scapegoat of the family. And then she acts like she doesn't know what the fuck. She plays delusional. She doesn't want to be accountable and then gets mad when I talk about this shit. Well, I've tried talking 100,000 times till I ran out of fucking breath. I'm exhausted. So since you don't want to fucking listen and you done told the whole family I'm crazy, I'm going to build my own platform, which I have. I have over 600,000 followers, a worldwide fan base, and I got a whole fan base that fucking rides hard for me. Read the comments of how many people are dealing with the same fucking bullshit that I am with my parents. So many adults grew up like this with piece of shit narcissistic parents. And enough is enough. If they don't want to listen to us, they don't want to be accountable, start fucking exposing their asses. Then I guarantee they'll want to fucking listen. Now everybody want to apologize and want to reconnect and listen. No, bitch, I don't want to talk. I don't even want a fucking apology. Now you're going to sit there and listen to me tell my story and watch a whole worldwide fan base listen and fucking support me since you didn't fucking support me. Let's talk about death of narcissistic parents. You know what I get a lot of from the people that follow me, my supporters? A lot of them say to me, spiritual whistleblower, I wish my parents would die. I want my parents to go away. I fucking hate them. They just don't get it. I'm tired. I've tried so hard to make things right. And every time we get on good terms, they do something disrespectful or abusive. And then I have to fucking cut them off. I just want them gone. I'll never be at peace until they fucking die. And what ends up happening, when you cut your parents off, and if you're like me, if you stay away for several years, for me, it's been at least 10 years. I haven't spoken to neither one of my parents or grandparents. My grandparents have all died in the process of me staying no contact, and I would not attend their funerals either. I refuse to go to the funerals. I stood my ground. When I went no contact, I never looked back. Siren. What ends up happening when you go no contact and you stay no contact from an abusive parent or an abusive narcissistic grandparent? You start to mourn and grieve their loss while they're still alive. You grieve the loss of the parent that never loved you. You're grieving the connection you wish you had with them. You're not actually grieving the actual person. We grieve the relationship that we wish we had. We grieve the memories of, the times they were nice. They were nice. That's how your narcissistic parents confuse you. One minute they're nice and the next they're nasty. That's because they have to use that tactic to reinforce the trauma bond, to keep you stuck so that you don't move on. Trauma bonding. Nice one minute, nasty the next. Nice, nasty. That's to confuse you. And we know Satan is the author of confusion. The way that Satan controls people is through chaos and confusion. That's biblical. God is not the author of confusion. That's 1 Corinthians 14:33. God will never confuse you. God wants you to have clarity. But if your parents are nice to you one minute and nasty the next, or they're nice to your siblings, praising your siblings, putting your siblings up on a pedestal, buying your siblings gifts, but they won't buy you shit. They won't do shit for your children. They're disrespectful. They talk about you like a dog in the streets. A lot of us ladies have been molested by daddy, stepdaddy, or the men in our family, the uncles, and you told your mama and grandmama and they turn the other way. They don't care that you were molested and violated. They have shitted on you. That is passive aggressive behavior. And passive aggressive behavior is how you throw somebody off and confuse them. Because if you can confuse somebody, they're easier to control and manipulate because they're stuck in this state of cognitive dissonance. Make sense? Ladies, when the man that you're with is when you're in that toxic relationship, he tells you he loves you, but his actions say, I want to go cheat with another woman. So his words do not match his actions. That is how he creates cognitive dissonance in you. The words, may sound nice to the ears, but the actions are damaging to your spirit. There's a mismatch, cognitive dissonance. When somebody's words don't match their actions, they're nice, then they're nasty. That's passive aggressive behavior, and it reinforces the trauma bond. It keeps you in a confused state. And if you're confused, you're easy to control and manipulate. That is the work of the devil. And we have narcissistic parents. They use that tactic all the time. I'm going to treat your sibling nice and I'm going to shit on you. Or, hey, I'm going to be nice to you because we got family coming to visit us today. So I got to put on this fucking show and pretend that I'm a good mother. So I'm going to be nice to you today. But as soon as company leaves, I'm going to start being nasty to you again. And that's going to confuse you and cause cognitive dissonance in you because I'm nice one minute, but I'm mean to you the next. I'm mean-spirited and abusive and a horrible piece of shit mother behind closed doors. That creates cognitive dissonance. That's passive-aggressive behavior. So, you stay away for several years, no contact with your narcissistic mother or father. And what's going to happen? You're going to grieve the loss while they're still alive. So what ends up happening when they actually pass away, you feel indifferent. You feel nothing. You don't feel nothing. I feel that's where I'm at with mine. I know I'm probably going to feel some sort of relief. I'm going to feel relief. I know my granddaddy, Toots, my father's father, he passed away, and my mother's parents passed away. And although I'm sorry to have seen them gone, I felt indifferent. I felt indifferent when I heard the news they all passed away. My Nana, same thing. I know I'm going to feel nothing for her because I know her true character now. She's truly demonic. She's not a good person. She has been so, she's created so much chaos and destruction. She's destroyed her legacy. Her sons all are miserable and lonely. Her grandchildren have all been in toxic relationships. That fucking generational trauma has trickled down severely. It's trickled down to all three generations. And I bet she doesn't hold herself accountable. And that's why she's suffering. That's why she's lost her son, her youngest son, who she thought would outlive her. God doesn't play. God keeps track of everything. And when you think you're getting away with being abusive, he spanks you in the end. He'll play the long game with you and make you think you're getting away. That's why I'm waiting for that phone call with my mother. She got hers coming. She married a man that molested her child. And when it was brought to her attention, this is many years ago as a teenager, and I told her about it, she made her decision. She's still married to the man today. You don't think she's going to pay for that? You don't think she's got hers coming for that? You're going to grieve the loss while your parents are still alive. Now, some of y'all may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I know a lot of people in my position right now, they're doing their grieving as we speak. Once no contact begins and you start getting into therapy and you start living life and working on yourself and you start healing and start like your life will actually level up. And my life has leveled up tremendously. This is the best shape I've been in. My health is amazing. Financially I could be better, and I can always work on that, but I'm in a really peaceful place in my life. Me and my daughter are safe. We have everything we need. I don't have to beg or ask nobody for nothing. I take good care of myself. I go out, I'm in a good place in my life. It's so good that I don't ever want to see my family members ever again. I want nothing to do with them. I'm so disgusted at my parents and my grandparents, beyond disgusted. They all should be ashamed of themselves. And, I'm proud to say that next week I'm going to do a video on my autism. I want to share with y'all my official, I went to a psychiatrist and got my diagnosis as autism. I have Asperger's. I'm going to do a video specifically on what it was like living with autism, undiagnosed. I've been undiagnosed all my life, how I was bullied and mistreated my entire life, my childhood, for the weird, people that have autism, we have weird behaviors. We talk weird. We see things differently. I was bullied for every unique quality about me. The way I talk, I was slow. I would do things. My mother just treated me like fucking shit and always threw my sister in my face like she's the better child. She's the prettier child. I was walking around undiagnosed with a developmental disability, being bullied about being who I was, while my sister was being thrown in my face to make me feel even smaller. You want to talk about ableism? My mother's a fucking ableist. But she thinks she can get on social media and, organize a charity where she's doing good for a group of elderly people. That's fake. It's a cover up. That's to protect her false image. The woman who she is through and through, deep down inside, is a piece of fucking trash. Fucking ableist, a colorist, scammer, slut. She's cheated on her husband as he's cheated on her. Stayed with him knowing he molested her child. The bitch is trash. I don't care how much community service she does. She is the fucking scum of the earth. And that's why she could never get her children to come together during holiday time, because she's done a very strategic, she's been very strategic about how she's destroyed her relationships with her children and how her children are not together because of her evil doings, pitting this one against that one and that one against this one. And I'm calling her out for it. And that's why when she leaves this earth, I will feel nothing. I don't want my name in the obituary. I will not be in attendance. I don't want to say my final goodbyes to her. She's in the hospital or hospice. Family better not call me. It's a wrap. She's going to pay for every fucking thing she's done. I forgive her, but now it's time to allow the good Lord to step in and do what was, meant to be done. You would think she would learn her lesson. I'm looking at my Nana. My Nana is suffering. I know she's suffering because her life is not playing out the way she thought it would be. She thought her youngest son would outlive her and take good care of her, and she would leave him everything. It did not happen that way. My grandmother has to pay for everything she's done to her family. So the grieving takes place while they're alive, and by the time they actually die, you've done your grieving. It's like they don't even exist. That's where I'm at now. Now, there's a lot of people, I have talked to a lot of adults who had their parents die. Even after being abused, they were mortified inside because, and I feel like that's because they didn't do their healing. While their parent was alive, they probably didn't go to therapy or really go hard for their healing process. You have to really go hard to do the shadow work, go to EMDR. You can't be talking to family members, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Everybody had to get cut, and you have to really be in isolation and zero in on your healing. If you're not going hard to heal, yeah, you're probably going to feel terrible when your parents pass away. And a lot of people say, well, I didn't get to say goodbye. And why would you want to say goodbye to somebody that fucking despises you? The person that gave birth to you fucking hates your guts. I don't want to say goodbye to nobody. Like, my eyes are open. I know for a fact my mother hates my fucking guts. And she needs to stop pretending like she loves me and always. She doesn't love me. She can't even say the words, I love you to me. She cannot bring herself to say, I love you, Chanel, because she don't. And I'm good with that. I've accepted it. I accept it. Now I don't want nothing to do with her. And another thing, I want to say one other thing, y'all. Another thing that narcissistic parents will do, and this is called financial abuse, is when they can't control, when you cut them off and they find themselves, they can't control you or stay in your personal business or stay, when you got them on a leash from a distance and you put their asses in check and say, stay the fuck away from me. The next thing they'll do is they'll either tell you directly if you're still talking to them, or they'll pass messages through other family members, and they'll say shit like, well, I'm going to take you out the will. I'm not going to leave you nothing behind. I'm not going to leave you the house or the car when I die. I'm going to give it to your siblings. That's all financial abuse. That's how they control their children and grandchildren. And if you're like me, bitch, I don't want shit. Don't leave. I don't want your money. I don't want no house, no car. My peace of mind, my peace and sanity is not up for sale. It is not. I can't be bought. You go ahead and give whatever you need to give. Leave it all to my siblings and whoever the fuck else, bitch. Fuck you. I don't want nothing. How about that? Let me take the control away from you. You can't dangle that in my face and threaten me and tell me I'm gonna take you out the will and I ain't gonna do this for you. I'm not leaving. I'm gonna give everything to your brother and well, do it, bitch. Give it to him. Give it to him. You gonna go to your grave knowing you could not fucking control me. You're gonna go to your fucking grave knowing I beat your ass at your own game. Fuck you and your money. I can't be controlled. I can't be bought. Listen. Unless you're money hungry, this is how you can tell your brothers and sisters and family members are narcissists. You're going to find out who's money hungry and greedy, who wants to get their hands on everything. When a loved one dies, you will watch family fight each other and act a damn fool. That's how I could see who the narcissists are in the family are the money hungry ones that want their hands. They want to go after everything when somebody dies. They want the house, the car, the trust fund, all that. Those of us that are walking with Christ, walking in purpose, those of us that are at peace with ourselves, we can't be bought. We don't care about none of that. Take that material shit and get the fuck on. Don't put my name on nothing. Don't have family call me because I'm a block and cuss out. Stay the fuck away from me. Fuck the money. I want my peace of mind. That cannot be bought, and I'm not going to let you control me. I'm not going to let you go to the grave controlling me. I want you gone so Some people will never be at 100% at peace until they know their parents have gone and perished. And that's real talk. That's just what it is. If you're a survivor of narcissistic abuse, I guarantee you, if you're sick and tired of your parents and you're really done with them, you're sitting up waiting for the day for them to be gone for good. It's just a matter of time. And you're going to feel relief. Now, this is a controversial topic, and I welcome open discussion in the comment section, but y'all know how I feel about my parents. And I have one grandparent living, and she can go. She can go to hell. She can go to hell. Now that I see her for who she really is and how she single-handedly destroyed her legacy, her sons, her grandchildren, how destructive she was, how she pitted one against the other and all. She's not a good person, bro. She's not a good person. No. And my mother is just like her. And I hope they get everything that they fucking deserve for everything they've done. You can't play with God and think you can outsmart him and shit on your children and play these fucking psychological games your entire life and think that shit will not catch up with you. It most certainly will. Now, like I said, I forgive them and I don't even wish bad for them. I'm not wishing harm or anything bad to happen, but I know the outcome. I know what both of them are headed for. And my daddy too. My daddy's suffering. He's in bad health. The last I heard, he had a stroke. He deserved all that because he's been a terrible father. He's been a troublemaker. He hasn't been right. And that's why I cut him off too. The chickens are coming home to roost. And I think 2025 is going to be the year where more and more narcissists are going to get exposed. The narcissists in our family, the narcissists at our jobs are going to get exposed. God is not playing with these motherfuckers. And nothing that happened to you was ever in vain. You stay true to who you are, stand still, and just allow God to handle these motherfuckers. It's already begun. And I'm just sitting back and I'm sipping my tea and I'm like, I'm at peace. I'm good. Can't nobody blame me for nothing. Can't nobody pull my name in nothing. Don't invite me to shit. Don't put my name in nothing. Don't call my phone. I don't want nothing. It's done. I have my own family. I have my own friends. My friends treat me like family. My friends love me. Leave me the fuck alone. My blood relatives can leave me the fuck alone. So many of them protected the abusers in our family, the pedophiles in our family, and I hope they all get burnt for doing so. And on that note, y'all have a blessed day. It's been a spiritual whistleblower.